Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are and what time it is where you're joining me from. This is Zoliswa Tshetshe and I welcome you to Speak It with Zoliswa. Today I want us to talk about what I spent this weekend doing, particularly Sunday. So I spent about 12 hours of my life on the Comrades Marathon. No, I didn't run it, not yet, but I spent this whole 12 hours watching, analyzing, and getting to think, emote, and put together some action plan about certain aspects of my life. So it was quite a spiritual journey for me, even though I was not particularly taking part in the marathon itself. So what came to mind, there were different role players that I began to think about as I was watching the marathon today. And there are the commentators. They've been doing a lot of work in terms of analyzing who was overtaken. The focus shifted from one person, for example, from Marco to Khadebe, all the way until it got to the ultimate winner. And it shifted based on who was taking the lead at that time. And of course, consistently on Gerda Steyn, because she was the consistent lead for the women. So during this race, there was an analysis that was taking place that if a person is at this landmark or at this milestone at a certain time in the race, then it means that they are likely to finish the race by a certain period, or they are likely to get to the next landmark by a certain period. And of course, there were the spectators along the road, and they were cheering people up as they were running. Some of them would just run for a few steps or a minute or two with the runners, just to say, we are together, keep going, you can do this. And of course, there were the coaches that we couldn't see, but we would be told that it seems like the strategy with the coach was that this one should either focus on improving the time, and we saw that a lot on Gerda Steyn, who kept looking at her watch, her clock, in terms of what time she was doing and maybe what time she was expecting to finish at. And then there were others that would constantly look behind them to see if the competition was close by or how big the gap was. And I suppose that gave them some kind of courage as to whether or not they could go forward on a higher speed or they could maintain the speed that they were running at. It was a very exciting period. Very, very well spent 12 hours of my life, like I do every year on the day of the Comrades Marathon. But there was something that was different today about the way that I watched the Comrades Marathon, and that was the focus on the person that was doing the action, and that is the runner, him or herself. Now, the Comrades Marathon is finished. Congratulations to all those that have managed to complete, to finish within time after time. It depends on what their compelling reason was. But I'm just excited that people have been able to look into themselves and to meet the targets that they had set themselves. But who are the winners? The spectators have had entertainment and it is over now. The commentators have done a great job for us to get entertained and to tell the story, the analysis, the predictions about what was likely to happen, and we all appreciate that. The coaches have done a fantastic job by giving strategies and guidance to the runners themselves so that they can meet the goals that they have set themselves, or achieve the dream that they have in terms of the 2019 Comrades Marathon. But the ultimate winners of this race are the participants themselves. It is the runners that took part. At the end of it all, when we have forgotten about what had happened, regardless of how we felt, you and I felt in pledging solidarity for the people that were really going through a difficult period as they were running, it's over now. The people that are never going to forget the experience that they had at the time when they were going through this difficult time are the runners themselves. And what kept them going throughout this difficult race was their compelling reason, their why. So what is the why that would make you wake up very early in the morning and run a distance of over 80 kilometers? Just the pleasure of it, in honor of someone, just to prove to yourself that you can improve perhaps your time of the previous year, or that you will never give up? What is your compelling reason? Your why is at the center of everything that you do. And it is what differentiates those that succeed from those that don't. It doesn't matter what it is that you would like to see achieving in your life as an element of success. Whatever factor you are looking to improve in your life, at the center of the key determinants of success is your why. And it is that why that when you get to the other side, it doesn't matter what time it is, but when you get to the finishing line, you will be excited that you have outperformed yourself. You are running your own race. You are competing with yourself because you have a unique purpose that is only meant for you. Your vision is very different from the vision of the person next to you. It is on that basis that when you focus on the capacity that you have, which is residing in the unknown, the quadrant that is unknown about the potential that resides in you, that you would outperform yourself and not even know where the strength came from. A lot of the people that were being interviewed today were asked as they crossed the finishing line, how did you feel? Where did that strength come from? What was your strategy? A number of them said, I don't know how it happened. I just had in me that I wanted to finish. I didn't say I wanted to finish as the first runner, whether it is the male or the female. All I wanted was to finish, improve my time, and the rest was just the bonus. Added bonus, and my dream has come through. I'm so excited that I got inspired, and I trust that as we're having this engagement and this conversation together, you are also beginning to see things from a different perspective and inspired to act. Those that win are those that take action, those that participate in the direction of the dream that they have. The spectators, the coaches, and the commentators will have done their job. At the end of the day, when it's just you and you alone, you have nobody to impress. There are no spectators that are watching and cheering you. You will still be sitting with the burning desire for you to achieve any dream that you have in life. And I would like to inspire you today and say, from this moment going forward, take action, because it is only that action that will get you to where you would like to be. It doesn't matter what it is, but begin by taking the first step, and the next step will follow afterwards. As usual, I love hearing from you. Please leave your comments at the bottom here so that I know that we are together. This is Zoliswa Tshetshe. Until the next video, keep building your dream.